Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 13th of June. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you the key features to look out for. Please stay with me. I will then dive deep to give you in forensic detail each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with Mercury, the planet of talk and thought, returning to one of the two signs that it influences of Gemini. Now if this rings a celestial bell, it's because this happened last on the 30th of April. But due to the retrograde, it reversed into the sign of Taurus on the 23rd of May. Now, of course, that retrograde ended on the 3rd of June. It came out of shadow on the 4th, but this could help us to gain a little bit more clarity around some plans which may have seemed to have been somewhat bogged down. But I still feel that clarity is going to be at somewhat of a premium this week. Now, there is, of course, the strawberry full moon on Tuesday in the sign of Sagittarius, which is, if you like, the higher knowledge. The Sun is opposing the moon in Gemini, but actually forges a really constructive link with Saturn all through this week. So if we go through all the processes in a very thorough way, we can still inch forwards. It's just that Neptune, the planet of dreams, of spirituality, but which can be a swirling, misting influence which can distort, well, that's in a T-square with the full moon on Tuesday. So over the next couple of weeks, fact can be stranger than fiction. So we need to use Saturn's sobriety really to check things out, and also Mercury's precision, and also make sure we're keeping the lines of communication open as clearly as we possibly can. Now from Thursday through to Sunday, Venus in its home zone of Taurus is forging a quite beautiful sextile to Neptune. If you're lucky enough to be having a conversation where you can really feel that you're on the same wavelength as someone else, there could be some kind of spiritual connection, or someone could be very generous. It could be through a gift, or it may be a thoughtful note or text message, which can really lift our spirits. But please stay with me for each of those 12 zodiac signs. But if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand how serious astrology can impact on your personal situation, if you give me 3 pieces of birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you a roadmap that can guide you for the rest of your life, and also a 12-month forecast. If you get these two together with my special package, you can get 30% off. Please see the link beneath this video. And if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be delighted if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. If you're someone who's already subscribed, thank you so much. So Sagittarius, your week commencing the 13th of June forecast has some contrasts. Mercury, the planet of communication, moves into your sector of relating on Monday. Now that can potentially help you to iron out and bring greater clarity to the ins and outgoings in the way that you relate to people, particularly if there have been some tensions recently. Of course, Uranus has been moving since March the 9th, 2019, through your physical 6th house, which may have brought some bodily tension, much more to bear in your situation. And in the last year or so, as Uranus has squared Saturn, which is governing the part of your chart concerned with the nervous system, you can see the influence. There probably has been a need to try to, in some ways, modify your approach to diet, fitness, work, health and so on, yet at the same time still find an outlet for your ideas. So Mercury moving back into Gemini is going to be very good for that. But the full moon in your sign on Tuesday, the strawberry full moon, is being affected by the rather dreamy, drifting and draining influence of Neptune. because Neptune is perfectly positioned between the position of the Sun in the sign of Gemini and the Moon in your sign. So I think emotional considerations around relationships, despite Mercury's support, are going to continue to be quite a factor over the next couple of weeks. Now, you have a reputation of being someone who sees the big picture, of having an essential sort of enthusiasm for life. But Neptune, since 2012, has had a lot of impact on how you feel, your immediate environment, your home and family situation. So if you feel a relationship isn't working for you at this time, Mercury can help you to deliver your message. But it's important with the full moon, if that's what you decide to do, that what you're saying is really how you feel. And the distortion that Neptune can bring to situations is something to be mindful of. Fortunately, Saturn forges a very solid link to the Sun this week. So if you're someone who's thought through what you want to say, you're very sure of your ground, the combination between Saturn and the Sun can see you deliver that message in a very to the point and very meaningful way. You can have a degree of authority which other people can respond to. But essentially this full moon is a push to ask questions about the quality of your relationships. But I think the influence of Neptune is just saying, don't jump to any conclusions. There may be some information that you're not aware of, or someone may have told you something that's not strictly factual. Funnily enough, Neptune actually forges a brilliant link with Venus, the planet of relating. And kindness, does have its place, even if people are really frustrating us. So there may be something that happens this week, an exchange for pleasantry or a gift, something which is very uplifting, can also be significant.